day and counting. This is Jeffrey and I'm Crystal. And these children are right next to me.
Mommy.
We are finally headed back to our favorite place. We haven't been there in a while. Well, we did go for like a mini thing on Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
But yes, Trader Joe's, get some groceries, and get back on the grind. Maybe do a spelling test, you know? We got so much to be thankful for. We got a roof and a bed. We got
a couple groceries to stay.
Sorry, we're not Forrest Frank era. Anyway, we made a pit stop, but I wanted to show you guys the new construction that's happening on Flatbush Avenue. No more bus stops where they used to be. They did not play. They started on this work ASAP. Good morning, Nash.
Horrible.
Why?
I leave good.
Why?
Because I mean horrible because I dropped my Wolverine on the floor outside.
Your what?
My Wolverine.
You dropped it on the floor?
It was intense this morning to get the groceries done, but we got it done. We got home in time in order for us to literally make sandwiches. We weren't able to clean the fruit, but we'll do it when we get back. But everything else was put into the spaces that they need to go, and I was able to make sandwiches for us to have here once they're done with tennis. And then from there, you know, see what the city has to offer for us, because there's no rush back to the house. It's a beautiful day. The sun's out. It's pretty clear, mostly lessly cloudy here. In Brooklyn, it's a lot more cloudier, but it's cool. It's just cool being in Central Park and being in another borough other than Brooklyn. We're becoming familiar with Manhattan and Central Park. Make it a thing for us to get outside of our bubble. But all in all, I think tennis is gonna go great with them. I know the kids start right now and they're with their mom, so let's get there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I said you just don't.
All right, so I was told not to record in this for some reason. They were like, hey, can we not record the kids while they're, you know, during tennis or whatever the case may be? And I'm like, really? Why can't I record? I didn't get into all of that, but I just quickly put the camera down, and it was from a newcomer, and it is what it is. Anyway, back to what I was saying while I was walking. The sandwich is being put down by my wife. She out here thugging her way through it. So Lucas is gonna eat after he's done his exercise or workout, his training with tennis, and I think I might wait for around that time too. So I won't have to deal with any temptations to buy anything outside. Yeah.
So good. And these chips, the best.
What is that?
You like your sandwich?
Yeah.
You like your sandwich?
I love it.
Yeah. You got food all over your face.
That proves how good it is. Put on the crackers.
I should have took out the cheese and put it on the crackers.
Yeah, and plus, when you make bacon, egg, and cheese, make that fake not veal
That's a good cracker.
not veal egg, not veal egg.
Mm-hmm.
Like that inside Whole Foods.
The just egg?
Yeah.
It's gonna be sticky on the pan.
Oh.
That's how I use the tofu. But I gotta re-oil that pan because that pan was scraped up by mommy. Yeah, and you should see the damage that she caused on my cast iron pot that I had for the longest. I'm like, why?
We never did backhand.
You never did backhand?
No, like this, holding it.
Yeah.
We never did that.
But did you like the class?
Mm-hmm. But I did not like the teacher.
You didn't like the teacher?
No.
Why not?
Because she wants to say blah, blah, blah.
Really?
And do.
Really? That's why?
We brought Nash to see Times Square. He said he didn't remember it, so we walked out from the park to here. And it's crowded as heck out here. And it's crowded, okay? As always.
So meniscus.
So it's two New York teams.
Wait a second. Wait. They decided to have the free dice instead of paying for Apple TV.
It's the next day. We made it safely out of Times Square. We made it safely. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, from Times Square?
Yeah. Because why the kids were like, they never want to go back. Hold on. So they said they never want to go back. And I was like, you will have to go back one day because it's always something that might bring you up there. Maybe another friend who's never been or whatever.
A date.
And they were like, dang it. But anyway, we made it out of there and
got home and went into chaotic figuring out a meal.
Yeah, because it was like 9 o'clock. We still had fruits to wash from the grocery store and all that. But we figured out dinner. We ended up just giving them like a lot of fruits because it couldn't all fit in the fridge. And obviously we don't want it to spoil. And peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy dinner. But anyway.
They enjoyed it though.
Today we woke up, very slow morning, which was great. And Jeffrey went outside and he was like, too nice of a day.
You gotta be cooped up in this house.
So we said, all right, we're coming. So he came back and got us.
I got a book in hand instead of my bike.
The kids left us to go to their favorite park.
Right.
We're strolling behind.
Yeah, they have.
And I have my my iPad to draw and my other sketchbook. And we're gonna spend the rest of this day because it's 2 o'clock. It's not like it's early morning, but it's so beautiful out. I wish I would have worn, well, I don't have shorts, a dress because I have on jeans.
You don't got the black jean shorts?
No, they don't fit me as good because I lost weight. And pull this to me, you can see me. La la la, la la, la la la. We made it to our favorite spot. The park is crowded. Lucas is actually gonna sit because he said his legs still hurt. And he has a game, so we don't wanna mess him up, I guess. So he's gonna take it easy. But we are here. The park is crowded. One thing about it, Prospect Park is no longer a kid-friendly park. Because you would think you have certain little nooks where they would keep it kid-friendly, but it's not. And simply because you see people with their butts hanging out. I didn't come outside to see people's butts hanging out. And I'm pretty sure my children don't want to see people's butts hanging out. It's disgusting. And every time I think about it, I'm like, how did you get here? Did your butt sit on the train? Did your butt sit in somebody's car? Like, what is going on? Anyway, not only that, but it's just a lot of PGA, like grossly PGA. Is it PGA or PDA? PDA. I'm saying PGA.
Public display of affection?
Yes, a lot of it. A lot of it.
Especially by the same genders. Wow. Like OD. Too much.
Like we walk through.
It's like it seems like it's attention seeking. Like you understand that you made your decision, but it's OD sometimes.
Like we just walked through the part where we used to sit all the time, like the area of land where we used to sit all the time with our picnic blanket, and it's just a lot going on. Now we made it to this side where they like this playground better, and yeah, it's just a lot. Where we going?
Yeah, and I'm overexposed here.
Exactly. Come on. Babe, can you help him with his hands?
Too much.
Lucas needs it too. Just put water in his on his napkin.
Hi. No, me, Lucas, and Millie.
We are finally going back. The sun has set. I got to do a lot of drawing. This drawing was just for things that I want to make over the summer, starting now into the summer. And then I started, every time I start doing this other project, I get interrupted. And I don't know why I keep getting interrupted every single time I get to this project. It's so frustrating, but I'm working through it because I know what God has planned for us with this project. So, yeah. Come on, Lucas.
When Lucas win the game, I want Lucas to celebrate with mash taco. Yeah.
Not calling anything. Somebody on the floor dying.
I feel good winning the basketball game, the championship game. We won the game by me shooting a game winner. It was a crazy game winner because I shot over it big. Well, I didn't really shoot over it. I played against my friend, and I didn't really play as well today because I wasn't really shooting the ball, really. plus they were hogging too. But even if I got the ball right, I was thinking too much, like my father said and my friend's dad said. I was thinking too much, and I should have never done that. I should just play the basketball just freely, and yeah. But yeah, it feels good winning the chip, because who doesn't want to feel like good winning the chip?
How's your bum knee doing?
My bum knee was doing fine, because during the game I didn't really feel it, because I think all the excitement during the championship game, right? Don't get me wrong, I was nervous first, like before I was on the court. But when I got on the court, I got all the jitters out, and yeah. But my bum knee now, I didn't feel any of it, because I was already sprinting. And
You feel it now?
No, I don't feel it now. I think I'm still excited. So yeah.
How'd you mess up your knee?
So I messed up my knee in the playground, right? And all the practice I was doing too. So basically, I jumped off of a playground edge, right? And then I landed, but like, you know, in the jungle gym, how there's little like holes, right? While I was landing, I tripped, and I hit my knee over here.
This beautiful day. It's still bright outside, so we're just gonna walk a little bit. It's so nice out, and the sun setting later is even better. But it's Sunday. We actually have the week off from school, so it's not like we have to like wake up early for schoolwork or anything. However, I didn't give them their spelling test on Friday. We're going to take their tests tomorrow, and then they have the week free. So I couldn't get my thoughts straight. Anyway, we had a great day, and we are so thankful for our family and our friends.
Alright, good morning. It's the next day, and we're up early. Somebody left their basketball in the park. But we came here with the intention to work out. It's like 5 a.m. Hold on. Where's my phone at? We got Lou here. The day after his championship game. And we're about to get this summer basketball training in full effect. Daddy time. Do you see the time? Yeah, they see the time. Let's get to it. You can warm up, like run up and down like. Yeah, I gotta keep it light. Got a back injury. I don't know how I got this back injury, but made me feel crazy. Still feel pain in it now, but obviously my wife said I'm hard-headed, So I'm just trying to muscle through the pain. One thing about this park is it gets dirty. Shout out to the park rangers, park workers that clean up the mess that is left. We got one more that clean up this mess. Man, boy, I tell you, it would have been a lot more junk here. Makes me miss some parts of Georgia and how clean it is. But I'm over that anyway. On to new things. Adjustment you feel like you need to do. Once you miss, you start worrying about the miss and you start missing. Start worrying about the miss. Left, Papa, left. Left. Go left. This park right now. It's just me and Ash going to storage run again. Rest of winter / donations for the stuff that will not fit in this fall. So yeah, good thing there's a donation spot downstairs in our storage space, and typically once we put something down, by the time we go up and come back down, the stuff is gone. So I'm grateful for that. So I won't have to go to 2 different locations today. And I think I'm going to leave this car in the storage unit because there's no way I'm pulling this back. It is hot. It's like 90 degrees. Yes, that way. Through the dirt, yeah. I'm gonna have to help you up the hill. Oh, it is very hot. And I got a thin jacket on. Don't know why. I'm about to take it off. Nash has a hoodie on. That was a mistake. Today feel like a full-fledged summer hot day in New York City. I can only imagine what the rest of the summer hasn't even started yet. It's still in spring. Can only imagine the temperatures that we are about to endure. And I'm not complaining. I'm actually happy because we love being outside. At least me and Crystal and I. The kids, they have their moments. But yeah, let me get this. My heart rate is up at 140, 150. It thinks I'm doing like a zone 2 workout right now. So I'm enjoying it and staying healthy while slightly in pain because my back still hurt. I did a lot today so far. We woke up at 5 a.m. I know you guys saw that. We were up playing ball. And now I'm here biking with the other. Wow. Pulling. This is about 90 to 100 pounds worth of things in here. Because it has a big old 27-inch iMac. And I got to take it up this crazy hill. And it doesn't look steep on camera, but it's very steep. face down. How you liking your bike ride? You having fun? You don't miss your siblings? No? Oh. Alright. Let's go. Go ahead, man. Oh, then that car's turning. Alright, cool. We good. Alright. So, a quick little pit stop to, what we call this? Whole Foods. Got a protein bar and a cola. And we're just chilling. Right? He's like, let me get into this. One of my greatest accomplishments in life was becoming a father. Yeah. I feel like it's a huge responsibility. Yes. It's a lifetime responsibility. And I pray that God gives me help. Give me help and time to enjoy them growing up, becoming their own man and woman, and just flourishing in God's will for them. Like, this is like the most awesome experience ever. Like, I don't think anything else would top being a father. Like, I enjoy it so much. Although there are some days where I'm in over my head and I allow my day-to-day to really hold on to me and stress me out. So I'm learning how, all right. I'm learning how to like let go of now. Well, not now, the future. Let go of the future because I'm so future driven, like so focused on what I'm doing now and how it's going to help me in the future. It's good to be conscious of your decisions at this moment in time in order for you to have a better future, but at the same time allowing myself to freeze and hone in these moments, these small moments, like me and Nash just together, and one-on-one time with your kids is very important. And every time I have a moment to be one-on-one with one of them, either one of them, it just comes to mind again and again and again, because yes, it's great that we're always together. We're a family that's always moving in unison, but at the same time they're fighting for your attention and you have to give them that moment. You got to give them that moment. Take your time, all right, buddy? Don't go too fast, please. So you got to allow them to you have to allow them to have that individual time with you as well. And you can see the difference in having them all together and having them one-on-one when they don't have to fight for your attention. So, it's something that we always say we're going to implement, but sometimes we let our finances get in the way. When a simple walk like this with one of them, even though I was trucking and getting my task done, I had a moment with him where we just sat and froze and spoke to each other. And now we're just riding back, getting back home, and it's one of those refreshing moments. And he's already planning for the next one, and he wants to come up later on to do it again. I'm like, buddy, I have work to get done. I have studying to do in order for me to have more time with you like this. So yeah, spend time with your kids one-on-one, especially if you're always in a group setting. All right, make time for them. Being together is awesome, but individual time.
is our week off, but it's actually Wednesday right now. It's the last sunny day of the week. Huh? Tire swing? Maybe. Now we're trying the chocolate he just bought.
I need a piece too. Oh, you taking the whole lot? You can take the whole lot. Alright, this is gonna be cool. Hang on, man. Fast. Oh no, soap company's making it.
Thanks, it's weighing me down.
Huh? Yeah.
You said stop.
Oh no.
You just
I said don't met Ali.
We
We
got
got cookies too.
a bench that's under a tree, and there's a nice breeze flowing in.
Oh yeah, to make good.
And I'm excited. Oh, there's poop over there too. What's wrong?
It's a hole. Where?
Wait, what's that?
But anyway, I specifically just wanted to be here and just be outside and just enjoy the hotness, the breeze, the sun without having to do schoolwork. You understand? Just have a moment outside. The next couple of days is gonna rain, so we missed, specifically Millie and I missed outside the last 2 days where it was sunny. The boys got to go out and play basketball and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to make sure I take the opportunity to just be present. You know, I am gonna draw in a little bit. I just want to enjoy my coffee on this bench. It's been something I wanted to do for a while. So yeah, you know, he decided to bring out his camera today, which I'm so happy about for him, because it's not specifically for us. It's just him just having fun, but he's taking pictures of us and random things. So I'm so happy for him.
Daddy, how did you find the love loving to take pictures on camera?
That's such a great question, Lou. Look at him.
I think I was just given the opportunity to bear this gift because when I was younger, I think I explained the story to you guys already.
Coca-Cola.
My uncles always had a VHS camera back in the days filming our parties. That's one. Two is I used to see music videos to songs that I used to like and feel like the music videos could be 10 times better and I could tell the story better.
Let's see how many.
And then three, I was introduced to a broadcast studio in my 6th grade year by a teacher named Mr. Tucson. Huh?
He was Asian, right?
Yeah, he was Haitian. And he told me about the Haitian Revolution as well too. And the last thing, my brother got an iPod that had the camera on it. And then I felt like I could shoot videos with that. I started shooting videos with that in 2010. And then from there, it just never stopped. I had access to a camera, and then I asked your mom to invest in me and buy a camera. She bought me my first DSLR, which was a Canon Rebel T3i. I didn't know if I was getting a good camera or not. All I know is that it took photos and it shot videos. And then from there, I shot music videos non-stop, like crazy, for all my friends in the neighborhood. And then from there, just wanted to get better and better and better. I just wanted more reps. And then I came up with Active Info, blog website, and I was blogging, going to events and filming everything that's everyone's doing right now, getting content at events. That was something I was doing since 2011, if I'm not mistaken. All of that, all of my work ethics, most of it, the foundation, came from like 2011. I worked at a store.
Wasn't it 2010?
2010, 2011. That's what I'm saying. That gap, that window. That was the time frame it took me to get to where I needed to be in order for me to have clients.
Yeah.
And then I went and I worked for this store one day called Vault. It no longer exists. It was a boutique in Harlem.
1 minute, like, what's it like? Everyone just like literally going
Yeah, it was a
there?
popular fashion boutique in Harlem. Yeah, a bulk of my experience is there, and then the love for it kept on growing.
Yeah.
I made my own brand, Active Info, like I said, and then from the Active Info, I got hired to be a musician's personal photographer and videographer, and I had to move to LA for that job. And I was in LA for about 16 months, 15 months, working with a musician, to be exact. And then contract was up, and I didn't want to resign because they didn't want to pay me more. And then I was like, all right, cool, let's go back to New York.
How do popular brands like go out of business for some reason? Like, Volt. It doesn't make sense. Like, did they lose popularity or something? Or they just chose to like stop the whole brand?
Some people probably choose to... Can you throw that away from me, please? It varies. It could be the owner being tired of doing what they're doing and feel like they're not growing. Two, they could be bad at marketing, like us. We had a boutique, but we were with the wrong rendering company, and we had to close that one up. But we revived it, and
Into lasting ever after.
And
then we stopped.
then we registered it in Atlanta, thinking
We're staying there.
we're staying there, and we're
Wait,
about to make bankroll and promo and all of that stuff. Everything's about to flourish on the upside. We have time to invest, and we was just going in crazy.
You thought
And
we
then-
were going to like stay in Georgia for the rest of our lives?
Yeah.
That was the
Really?
plan. That was my plan. I was trying to buy a house.
Okay, to get back on track. So there's different
It varies,
ways
yeah.
a business can close. And one of those reasons are that it could be finances, it could be
Location,
it could
the
be
place that they're renting, because
prices
the owner
increase.
or the owner that owns the space probably wants to do something else with it, and they force you out, and you
Yeah.
can't revamp somewhere else.
There's a
Because
lot of
There's a
things.
lot of factors.
This specific brand that he worked with, he's not sure because he left before they closed.
Yeah. I worked there one day, and I went and I got my camera the following day.
It's because,
and
give him
then I
the
was like,
reason why
I was just
you
like,
left.
I left because the things that they were trying to make me do in the place, I was like, this is literally what I'm going to be doing, what I need to be doing for my brand. And I followed my heart. I was like, hey, let me just do it for my brand. And my brand was, everybody knew me as Active Info. So
Even
it
to
did
this
work.
day.
Even to this day, they calling me out like, yo, Active Info. And I'm like, it's like, yeah,
It's not that you're embarrassed. It's more so like,
just
dang,
doesn't-
I let it go.
Yeah.
Like he didn't keep it up. I mean, a lot of things happen, right? Not just one thing, but a
Yeah.
lot of things happen where it just dissolved. But also, he's still using those skills today, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like it was a failure,
Yeah.
right? You
But I
build
just got
on
over.
it.
I got over the event stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know that your whole brand had that much popularity.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like something.
One of the questions Lucas asked Jeffrey last night, which was so funny, was, Daddy, how do you know so many famous people? And it's just so interesting because Jeffrey and I are the type of people who may, like, okay, and this is not to shade anyone, just so y'all know. This is the public service announcement. Nobody's shading anyone. Nobody's throwing shots. Nobody's doing anything, okay?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Acting too cool.
Yeah, we're not acting too cool or anything. We're just telling you what our personalities are. I'm an introvert. He's an extrovert. He's an extrovert where he's been around so many people from middle school into college years, where these people don't really faze him, right? Like a famous person, okay, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. Like you're just a human being, right?
Right.
Me, I've I have not like been in close proximity to famous people, but I've been around famous people through work. So for example, when I worked at Armani Exchange, when I worked at Bliss, right? Famous people came in all the time, but I had to have decorum. I had to have, professionalism, right? Mm-hmm. So while, yes, I was like one of the things, for example, I'll give you this example. When I was in high school, I think that's when the show came out, Run's House. I was like, oh my gosh, Angela Simmons, she's like so cool. Like she went to she went to Fashion Industries High School. And then she moved to LA and opened her store, pastries, and all this thing had the show Daddy's Girl, whatever, right? So when I moved to LA, I was like, I hope I get to meet Angela Simmons, honey, right? That was my thing. I was like, yeah, I want to meet her. Why at Bliss, she comes into Bliss and I'm at the front desk working in LA and I had to just check her in, but I couldn't be like, oh my God, fangirling. Like, no, like she's a human being. She's just a person, right? So I didn't fangirl. And then we'll just casually, nobody walks in LA, but we walk to places and then we see her strolling out her,
our apartment was across the street from
her building, pretty much. So, and she was driving in a convertible and she was turning and we were crossing. And he was like, babe, look, Angela Simmons. And I turned and I was like, oh, cool. And then we just kept walking, But it's like, we're just the type of people that we're not like, yeah, we may have like feelings of like, this is the person I want to meet, this is the person, blah, blah, but we're not going to be like acting as if they're what's the word? Like, I'm going to be glorifying them. I'm not going to be praising them, Like, it would be cool to get to know them, right? Other than the celebrity status, I think that's what I was aiming for, to like get to know people. Also, I was focused on my fashion stuff. So like, I was like, oh yeah, she'll be cool to be wearing my stuff during that time. And yeah, that was mostly
to make your brand popular.
Yeah, that was mostly what I was thinking about.
More marketing.
Use her as a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna use her as a human, not gonna manipulate her.
Exactly. Right. Ooh, look at my son knowing me. Mm-hmm. All right, so years later now, maybe 2 years later, I moved back to New York. I guess she moved to New York. She comes into the Bliss that I'm working at on 57th Street again. And then she's like, you look so familiar. And I was like, oh, we ended up having a mutual person. The person that he worked with became friends with her. Mm-hmm. And then, we're not putting names.
Because they lived in buildings. We lived right here. So I was in this building. The artist that I was working with worked across the street. The following building, we were literally building.
So we lived in.
It was in Hollywood.
Yeah. So we just had close proximity. So anyway, when we moved back to New York, she comes into Bliss and I'm working at the front desk now as a manager. And she's like, you look familiar. And I'm like, oh, probably because I worked at the one in LA. And then also like we have a mutual friend, right? Mm-hmm. And that was all I said. But I didn't like go any deeper because, again, I'm at work and I'm being professional and I'm also the manager. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's a regular customer. I'm not trying to make her not want to come back to this place that I don't own. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I had to have decorum. So I was like, if God wanted, and I told him, I was like, if God wanted us to like meet outside of work, then we will.
If she wanted to connect right then and there, she would have made it happen.
Right. So all that to say is we're just the type of people that don't look at people as if they're a tool that we can use, right? And that they're gonna push us up to the next level. Like,
'cause it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, like when I envisioned of seeing her, I was like, oh, I think we will be good friends, right? Like, you know how like now we call it parasocial relationships, right? Like you have a favorite Instagram influencer or a favorite YouTuber and you're like, yo, if we were in real life, like we would be good friends, right? And that's how I felt at that time. Now we have nothing in common. As an adult, like the only thing we have in common is being mothers. Like we wouldn't be good friends. Like and not in a bad way. It's just more so like it's just more so in terms of things that we like, passions, So.
What passion does she have? Why are you guys saying
Well,
that?
no, because she was into fashion, but right now it doesn't look like she's really into fashion. And how she dresses is not the things that I would make if I wanted her to like you know,
Where?
be part of my branding and stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't flow. And so again, like, there's other people too. Like, if you look through Jeffrey's Instagram, if he didn't delete his, because he stayed deleting his stuff. I never delete my stuff because I feel like I just want people to see my progression of life, so I never deleted anything on my Instagram. However, the point is that we don't let anyone gas our head up like, oh yeah, I know Beyonce. Like, that does nothing. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? Like, cool, if we're friends and we build a relationship, cool, and you're like, oh, let me help you promote your thing, then that's even amazing, right? Yeah. But we're looking at the person as a human being, and that's it. If they hire me, I'm gonna be the best employee that I could be, because I would be the best employee working at McDonald's.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the same across the board.
Right.
So we're also trying to show him too that, like, the only person you're supposed to glorify is God, and that's it. So it's so funny that he asked him that question last night, because it's just like, every time he sees like Jeffrey, like, oh, daddy, you know him, blah, blah, blah. It just be so funny, because it's like, you know, he's still a kid, so he doesn't really truly understand, like, yeah, babe, like these things are not important. These people's status is not important. What's important is, are they kind to you, right? Do you guys have a good friendship? You know, that's the importance of it. And obviously, if it brings more to y'all friends, like if y'all being in good friends bring maybe more popularity to your business, and that's even greater. But that's not the point of the relationship.
It has to be organic.
Yeah.
Like, I can't force a relationship for marketing purposes.
I can't do that either.
That is like the worst thing you could do. It's like, you're just as bad as any user in the space. And that was one thing I had to deal with in LA. It's like, everyone was using you. Everyone.
Yeah.
Every art, any
he has his hands
creative,
up.
any little thing using you. And I was just like, it happens in New York. But you can filter through it.
Was Angela Simmons an actor?
An actress?
No.
It's a
She's
girl.
A reality TV.
No. So you see how we vlog back then, before vlogging, there was like reality TV. There still is reality TV. So the cameras were in her life. So like from her senior year in high school, but it's about her family. It's about Run's house. It's about her dad. He was a famous
rapper.
Yeah, hip hop rapper.
Crew named Run DMC.
Our plans now, we never gave up on our dreams though, just so y'all know. We are still working on it. We felt such illumination one night, maybe 2 nights ago, about Lasting Ever After and our plans for it. We still have our Instagram. We don't have our website up. But things are working. Things are coming together in my goals for what I want to do with that website. But also we're
fixing the logo.
Yes.
We're gonna simplify it, like make it cool. We're already clicked on that, but you'll see it.
Yeah, we were very excited about it that night. And plans for Jeffrey, like, a lot of things have been happening behind the scenes with God specifically, and him speaking to us about his plans for us, and just getting messages in ways that were just unthinkable. Like, you know, like, you don't know, but I think when the time comes, we'll explain it in more detail, because I saved so many videos. But in any case, you know, it's just been a slow start for us to get things going, but I feel like once things start going, we're gonna be like, thank you, God, for this season that we're in right now, because we got to recognize where we were lacking and where we want to grow in, right? And one of them is being aware of when we complain about things. Like, I honestly believe that is one lesson that I'm learning in this season, is knowing what to complain about, knowing what is a blessing, and understanding that if I'm overwhelmed in that blessing, then to just pause and rest in that blessing, okay? Because I do not see myself getting the thing that I've always been asking for and feeling overwhelmed. I definitely just am paying attention to those things. Even now, even in this moment, like when we were walking through the park to get here, I was just saying to Jeffrey that like I feel so much joy now, and I don't know if it's because of me removing the copper, but like I feel so much joy every day. I still get overwhelmed like with things, with my tasks, right? But I set the bar on like, okay, I'm gonna stop here. Like I'm making those conscious decisions. Like I can't feel everything in one day. Like I have to pause, I have to stop, I have to go to sleep. You know, even as excited as I am to do certain things, like I gotta stop, right? But I was just like, I'm so grateful for one, being able to take a week off from school because I scheduled it in. Two, being able to be outside on this nice sunny day and having a seat on this bench and drinking this coffee. Three, like just having healthy kids, you know, me praying that I'm still healthy, that I'm getting on that spectrum of being healthy. It's just so many things, you know, like for one, getting our home.
They were playing like fleece or tag.
The way I'm gonna love on this home, the way I'm gonna dedicate this home to the Lord, like I don't think y'all understand. These kids are rushing us. So I did get to draw, so I'm not gonna complain about that. So this is the end of the vlog. We did not do much yesterday other than stay inside and relax. The kids got to enjoy their video games because that's something that they wanted to do during their week off of school. And I got to work on some pattern making and also cook. We noticed that our vlog is going up in views, and we just wanted to say that we are so appreciative for you guys tuning in. And also our subscriber count is now at 975, so we really appreciate all the new subbies coming in. We're very appreciative of you guys joining our channel, and I hope that you guys share it and bring in more people, you know. But we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Feel the love.